Hi everyone, it's Rita. I am back from the week-long Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat. I have the records of that retreat open as well as my own records. I've had a lot of people ask me about my takeaways from that, and I mean, it's really hard to not probably spend a little while just talking about the amazing experiences and the beautiful people that showed up for that event. But let's ask in the records. I don't know, let's just ask some questions about what do we need to know about that retreat? So that retreat was special in that a lot of the people drawn to that retreat have a lot of past lives in that area, which makes it even more powerful for them and the other participants. Almost all of the people that went to that retreat, and there's 1,800, so I'm hearing almost all of them have past lives in that area. I know I feel very connected to that area. I've been going to the Yucatan and exploring it was over 30 years ago we started going to that area. My parents had a timeshare in the hotel area of Cancun, and we would go and rent cars and explore. So a lot of the places that are national parks now, we did caving. We went to Akumal and just all these different areas, right? We didn't get down to the biosphere or Tulum because at that time, that area, the highway wasn't done. And so the highway now is done, so it's easier to get to those areas, which is why they're really being developed. Anyway, I loved the cenotes. I made a video on one of them which was really really magical. And I'll share that with you on another short video. I haven't actually looked at that again, so I'll do that. So what else do we need to know? So a lot of the participants, all of them, it sounds like, had past lives there, including Dr. Joe Dispenza. That doesn't surprise me. Some of the guides that he works with are from that area, region. That's a whole other thing. That's what I just heard. Everyone who attended that retreat has been touched in a beautiful way, and many people left that area with complete healings to some of the things that they brought there. And even if they didn't think that they had anything to heal or release, those things happened or started in that process. Many people want to go to these retreats for healings, but I'm being told that you can use this work with the level of intention that you have without attending a retreat. But what you will find at the retreat is a sense of an incredible community, and it's all part of the awakening happening on the planet. These are people that are becoming or are very conscious souls. And that resonance feels really good to be around. So if you feel really drawn to attend a retreat, make every effort, to get there, but know that you can also connect them with that energy of those retreats. And even just Googling YouTube and, doing some of his video meditations online. And there's a ton of people that have been to those retreats, as I'm hearing, that would be, that are kind of, they're not necessarily representing themselves as, people certified in his work or anything. But if you're drawn to somebody and it feels like high vibration and good resonance, then you may follow some of their guidance on the breath and some of the meditations and stuff that are online. But you'll know that in your heart. And that's kind of like where one of my impressions from the retreat is it's like we really know everything we need to know, and it's just a matter of going into our heart space. And he does these meditations where he's connecting the heart chakra with the brain and the pineal and stuff, this space and kind of this energy, this connected energy, and then kind of asking from that space. And that's kind of similar to what the guides that Rebecca Dawson channels, the masters, the first time I ever met them back in 2017, they were guiding us on that. Like even to look at a menu when you're in a restaurant and say, you know, ask from this, like down, like here up, just ask in your heart, solar plexus area, and then up, and then just feel or get a sense of what the body or your field really wants to eat. We get too much in our head with a lot of things, and we just have an inner guidance around everything. So that area is very special. That's and part of the reason people are really drawn there were these past lives, as well as water has so much energy and guidance and connection with us. You know, as we're mostly water, but I mean, what I'm hearing is it's, you know, this is very special, like this sort of salt water. It's just like really mineral rich, and we're really mineral rich. We often get away from that understanding and that connection, and there it's almost, so what I'm hearing is there's like these, I guess these cenotes are like big aquifers, so they're underneath us. Like even where our hotel was, or the resort, like literally right across the street were these beautiful cenotes, and they have some that they haven't really excavated out. So somebody was telling me that the sea and the ocean there, when it washes in, because it's very, it's a lot of coral and stuff when you start walking out. And so you actually actually that water is moving under the convention center there. So that's cool. So we can literally visualize and connect in with that and hold that and take that energy in wherever we are in the world. So we don't actually have to go there, but it's this sense of, this mystical sense of owning and creating your reality. And so if you feel that resonance and look online and bring that energy, like you can connect in with your hands and bring energy in from rock formations and things like that. You can do that with that area down there with the water and the cenotes, and just bring it in, connect with it. You'll feel your hands are like taffy. Connect in with it, and then bring it into your third eye, and then down into your body. I loved it down there, and I loved just walking and eating natural food, and I'm going to go down there and explore more. Just I feel a strong resonance to live or be near the sea. What else do we need to know? Most people do. Most people love going to the sea. It's definitely a recharge. It's awakens that inner child in us. I had a couple visuals. One was Joe does these group healings, which are amazing. And the second one we did, all I could see were the little inner children of the people in the room. And then we do these walking meditations on the beach at sunrise, and I saw like all our the little child, inner child selves walking around and stuff, which was really beautiful. It's just a richness, a connectedness. It's really just a special place. It's just So in the meditations, one of the things that he tries to really make you get into a place of is like owning like an essence of what you want to create and kind of bringing it towards you. And that's the feeling states of what you want to be experiencing. And then you draw that in. So it's not a separation. You don't see it as separate from you, which is powerful. And there are a lot of different practices out there that kind of do that. So that's one of the things I'm hearing that you can do. I was supposed to mention that. It's something that you can do on your own, is these sense of whatever you want to be experiencing more of, whether it's a health thing or partnership thing or work thing, adventure thing, creating thing, whatever affluence, abundance stuff, right? Is just starting to just step into that when you're really in a grounded, connected place, just owning the feeling state of that and imagining as you own the feeling that you're absorbing it into you. So I'm being told to think about a couple things to share with you. That way I don't have to do another video about my takeaways. I mean, one of the takeaways I had was that he is so into these meditations and really playing with them, and we can do that. Like, I was like, I can do that. I can just experiment. Like, I've used to experiment with kind of Kundalini energy, like bringing it up through the earth, spiraling this white light up and around like a fountain. And that is a really cool connected place to get into. But he was playing with bringing a lot of energy around each of the chakras, or each of the 8 chakras, and we have a lot more, right? And then the masters have been talking about our chakras shifting and how children are being born now, their chakras are sort of in different spaces. So I think that's the other benefit of really bringing that energy out around the chakras, is you're going to connect with these other chakras around us without being in your head about it. And so it was, the idea was experiment on your own with moving energy and bringing energy in and just being really open. And one of the things when I do when I do his meditations, especially if I'm lying down, even though you're not supposed to, sometimes I do, I will suddenly yawn. And I know that's like heart releasing and opening, you know, which is, I love that, knowing. And your hands tingle, or your head tingles, or your feet tingles. That's energy, trapped energy leaving your body. So what else? What else is asking me? Like, okay, what else would I share? I took this trip. I was pretty introspective. I didn't connect with like a zillion people, but that wasn't my intent. And I felt guided. All the beautiful people I did connect with, I felt very guided by those connections, and they felt like old family, you know, like I knew them before. One of the things I was guided to look at the day before was the breath, because I went to the progressive workshop and the breath was kind of like I didn't really get it. And so, because like once I breathe in, it's hard for me to breathe more, right? And so if you're playing with his meditations, the tightening of the lower energy centers, and then kind of like somebody told me like they visualize rolling up a tube of toothpaste. And they were saying there, you know, like some people do this to bring the energy up. But I watched this woman who did the tightening and then brought the energy up and was focusing up here. And then she just tightened. And then she felt like, which is really cool, that she released a lot in these lower chakras, which are, you know, around safety and just family stuff. And that she felt just by doing the breath, she had gotten to a place where she had released a lot of stuff, which is really cool. And then she just focused on the space up here before, you know, releasing the breath. But you can, like, for me, like I knew when I got to those spaces, because I would kind of, I don't know, maybe it's a lightheadedness, but sort of a tingling, like I could feel energy up here. So I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to feel, but that's what was happening. I had a really huge revelation at Chichen Itza because one of the murals in one of these areas, I had been there a couple times before, but I saw it differently because I actually saw a third eye and then these 6 snakes coming out of the head of someone. And to me, the 6 is the pineal. And, you know, I'd been, this discussion around where the Mayans went came up a few years ago. And I was told that they collectively, because they were so spiritually connected, that they collectively chose a different reality. And depending on where you are in your spiritual journey, you may get a sense that there are all these dimensions. When you kind of lean back and look through the back of your head, through your pineal or the third eye around you, sometimes you can actually see, I'll see plants vibrating and things like that. So this is like, I guess, I don't really know, like, and I've been told I won't really fully understand or remember until I check out of here, but this is sort of our own movie, right? So I think what I'm gonna leave you with is just know what a powerful creator you are, and you step into these feeling places and visualizing these things you want to experience and being guided to these meditations like Joe Dispenza is doing or other people. You will be able to create the reality that you want, whether it's, you know, you are perfect in every system, cell, and structure, and that your body is safe, sane, and sound. So keep owning that, owning the beautiful little inner child of you, sharing your love with others and compassion. And know that when you're in that space, that's all you can feel for other people. You know, I had the opportunity to reflect on situations and people that felt like they were harmful or not kind at the very least. And all I can do is feel love and compassion for them. And when I know when I can't feel that, I am not accessing and connected to all that I am. And that's something that Abraham Hicks says a lot. But I really got that on this retreat, and I wish you a beautiful day and this knowing of how connected we are to each other. And when you hold somebody in a place of thinking that they're not a good person, you're not allowing all that you are. And I think the more that we can own that space of love and connection with each other, the more the world will turn into that. And that's the world I want to live in. I'm choosing not to focus on dystopian thoughts. I do not keep my head in the sand, but I really don't know a lot of the things that are out there that are real and not real. And there is an offness that's happening on the planet, but I don't know the specifics of that. And that's not where I'm choosing to focus. I'm choosing to focus on things that feel really good to me. And again, I'm not looking at things from a perspective of an environment and focusing and continuing to focus on an environment that I don't want to own and live in. So I wish that for you, whatever that reality is that you want to create, know you can. Believe it, feel it, and let it come into you, towards you. All right, lots of love to you. Thank you for watching and sharing anything that resonates with you. And if you click the like button, that's great. And then if you click the bell, you'll be notified of future postings. And please subscribe if you haven't. All right, take care. Bye.